U.S. Treasuries took that.
Listen up, Rebels. Rebel Leader here. And today, I want to talk about the top ways that you can earn money while in quarantine. I'm going to talk about the best side hustles you can do while you're waiting for the economy to open back up. I know that things are ramping up with the vaccine, but maybe you don't want to wait a few months. You want to start making money now. First thing I want to recommend is probably the easiest thing to start off with. The other two will require a little more legwork, but this one is pretty simple as it gets. It's to be an Uber or an Uber Eats driver. When I say this is easy, you can literally download the app, apply to be a driver, and they'll quickly accept you. All you need is a car to get started. Now, it's important to note that you'll be considered a contractor while working for Uber, meaning that you can make your own hours here. You don't have any set time limit. You can work a few hours a week up to full times a week, and you get to literally choose your hours in the nighttime, in the morning, whenever you feel like driving. Though note that you probably will want to schedule your work hours around the busiest times because that's simply how you're gonna make the most money. And the trick with Uber and Uber Eats is not in getting the most amount of riders, getting the most amount of deliveries, it is the tips. You want to maximize your tip potential because that's always how you're gonna make the most money. The best way to make tips is to be personable. I'm talking light conversations, compliments, but also just reading the mood and making sure that you're able to strike some sort of conversation or accord with whoever you're meeting, whether it be a simple delivery for food or even if they're in the backseat of your car. Strike up a gentle conversation, try to feel the mood out, then kind of take it from there. And this is a lifelong skill that will actually open a lot of doors for you in the future, but this is a good way to also earn a lot of money now. And now, number two thing you can do in quarantine to make money is to actually become a reseller or a seller of items. Now, there's a few things you can do here. One, you can go through all of your old collections. You can go through some things you don't need anymore, whether it be clothes, whether it be books, whether it be furniture, and you can sell it online. There's eBay, there's Amazon, there's Facebook Marketplace. But even more, if you go one step further than this, you can actually start using your creativity and making objects, start selling it on Etsy. You can even sell merchandise like t-shirts. And you always have to be in line with the trends. And this is something that will actually keep going past quarantine. For example, 2 years ago, there was a huge craze over Baby Yoda, and the black market for Baby Yoda products was booming. People were making $30 to $50 per item that they were selling just by slapping a Baby Yoda picture on it. So it can actually be as simple as you kind of starting up your own business. And I use business loosely because you can just do this as a hobby and grow it over time. Now, the third thing you can make money in quarantine, and you probably heard a lot about this, and there's generally a negative stigma, but you know, here at the Rebellion, we all have the rebel mindset and we don't judge. In fact, we applaud and support you making money. And I'm talking about creating online personas for yourselves through OnlyFans or Patreon. Now, there's a lot you can do on OnlyFans. Obviously, that is segmented towards more adult content. But even in terms of Patreon, I'm gonna lump them together because they're a subscription-based model, and what they do is they allow you to be able to gather your supporters and monetize your content. Now, there's so many types of content you can create, and it's really up to you to then market yourself through social media and literally just letting people know that you have a Patreon page or you have an OnlyFans page, and that you were basically asking for their support, and you're giving them back something. You're giving them back a service, you're giving them back advice, you're giving them back access to you. It could be a bunch of different things. I'll pop up some of the top OnlyFans and Patreon pages, and it can be something as simple as, comedy, and people will try to support you because they know it's you. Then that's how you kind of build a small base, and it can just keep growing from there. But the reason I say this is because you don't actually need that many followers to be successful on either of these platforms. Because they're a subscription-based model, you get paid monthly, and they keep supporting you monthly. They sign up one time. All you have to do after you grab their attention and make them sign up is to keep retaining them, talking to them, seeing what your fans want, and keep giving content access, that service, that advice, whatever you can do. A lot of people give them fitness training, things like that. There's so many ideas out there of how you can kind of reach somebody else over the internet and provide a service to them. I'll actually link down below if you want to get started on OnlyFans. You just use my link, and I'll be able to actually just see how you're doing and kind of track your progress, as well as maybe able to help you guide yourself through how you approach running a subscription-based business. And again, these are side hustles outside of your main job, outside of your part-time job. Anything helps because you want as much money coming in so you can keep storing it away in your stock market account and see it grow exponentially. That's always the name of the game. $1 that you earn today is going to be worth $4 or $5 in the future, and that's how you should be thinking about it. So even if these numbers are a little bit low, you're coming in now, that's gonna grow exponentially. The weather is turning, but stay frosty, Rebels. Rebel Leader, over and out.